SWB audio capture, not registered.
Hello, everyone. It's been a minute. What is going on? Let me see who's up in here. What's up, Kyle? What's up? Remember that one? What's up, Kim? What's up, Benny? Yes, I agree. How is everyone's week? How's everyone been doing? Lauren, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a bit. What's going on, P? So we are going to be talking about we finally have some Avatar news this month. That's why I haven't been doing it for the past 2 months, since July, August, September. So yeah, last 2 months. I haven't done anything because it's been complete tumbleweeds where Avatar news has been concerned. But we got a lot of news last month, so we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm also trying to get out a little bit early because the World Series is about to start. I don't want to say in 30 minutes. Maybe actually it already started. Let me check. No, it's about to start in 30 minutes. So I'm trying to keep this short. I mean, even if it goes an hour, that's fine. That means I only miss the first 30 minutes of the game. But hey, what's going on, Red Daku? What's going on, Ethan? What's going on, Handsome? Zeus? What's going on, Preconcito? Jeremiah? Hello. Everyone's week's been good. It's been good. So much has happened this month. Yes, so much has happened this month. So let's get into it right away. So let me go ahead and switch over to my other screen really quick. And you guys let me know if the music is too low, too loud. I can definitely increase or decrease it if need be during the stream. But the first one, let's talk about the big news. We finally got some pictures from the TV series, the Avatar series, the live action one, I should say, on Netflix. So I want to hear from you guys because I haven't heard from you guys directly yet about your feelings. I mean, right now we got the first one that just popped up right here, Iroh. So how do you guys feel about Iroh? I liked a lot of it. I did hear, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Paul Lee, who is the actor who's playing Iroh, specifically said that he is not going to be doing an accent. Which I thought was kind of interesting, too, because, yes, the accents in the original Last Airbender TV series were a bit inconsistent. You had some who were doing, Asian accents. Obviously, Mako, who was the voice actor who did Iroh originally, was Japanese, and that was his voice, so that's the only thing he could do. But then Iroh was the only one who had, a Japanese accent, and everyone else had a, American accent. And then you had the other guy, what was his name, in book 2, the one on Avatar Day, the commissioner, not the general, the mayor of that town, the one that was subjecting Avatar Aang to all the trials. He had a little bit of a weird voice going on, but usually, yeah, there's not. I want to hear from you guys what you guys think about that. The fact that he's going to be doing a American accent rather than doing an Asian accent. Oh, Dante says looks quite accurate. Hey, what's up, Ninja Meg? Who else did I miss? Lich Coin, hello. Marjorie Harvey, hello. Someone, hello. Yeah, I think Iroh looks awesome. I think he looks legit. I am super digging Iroh, and I also don't really care too much that he's going to be doing an American accent. I think that's fine. Especially, I think if anything, they should go for more consistency. I think everybody should be doing American accents, if possible, in the show. I personally think these first images look better than the ones we had from the main gang. Yes, I completely agree. The one where we had Aang and Sokka and Katara, I was a little bit uh-oh, this feels really low budget. But all the Fire Nation characters are super dope, I would say. But even I am super neutral on the show. Oh, I personally think these are... overall, yeah, I'm still neutral on the show. Let me make that very clear. I'm not, super enthused about what we're gonna get.
Audio capture, not registered.
But I'm also not ready to hate on it, if that makes sense. I am cautiously optimistic for it, especially after One Piece and how well that was received over the past few weeks when it dropped. Yeah, it looks quite accurate. I agree with you, Dante. Looks quite accurate. Looks like Iroh, so. But even then, I'm super neutral on the show. He looks good. I wonder how he's going to get buffed. Actually, you know what's funny? Jeremiah, funny you say that, because I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was like, you know what? It's cool that he's the way he is right now, but is he actually going to get buff? Are they going to CG some muscles on him or something? Or are they just going to allude to the idea of him working out? Because I don't know if this actor would go that far to I get it if someone's in a Marvel movie, right? Because you have a big budget in a Marvel movie, you're a superhero. Or the dude who plays Shang-Chi, he got fit for that. Tobey Maguire got really fit for Spider-Man when he first did it. But I don't know if this show is big enough where Paul Lee would actually like get buff for the last season, you know. And plus, most of the time, Iroh's fully clothed except for that one scene where he does start getting buff. So I don't know how they're gonna deal with that, but I suspect that they're gonna kind of like skate over that and that he's not gonna get buff. He's just gonna fight his way out of the jail. Oh, Benny says he likes that Iroh or Paul Lee will be using his regular accent for Iroh instead of putting on a Japanese accent. Marjorie, I'm the same. I like pretty much all Avatar content. Well, I shouldn't say that because one of the news stories that we have, which we'll get into later, is the video game that came out recently, and that one was tough. That was tough to get through. One Piece was a saving grace, hoping Avatar can follow suit as well. Yeah, I'm right there in agreement with you, Dante. Right there in agreement. Hey, what's up, Zali? What minor character are you most excited to possibly see in live action? Zhang Zhang, but it looks like Zhang Zhang was not cast, which makes me very sad. Okay, so here's the one that's the most controversial. I'm gonna be quite frank.
SWB audio capture
was not a fan.
Not registered.
Of the look of Azula, and mostly it has to do with the fact that she just looks friendly. I can see an edge to her a little bit. Like I see possibly her, getting really cruel, but just that the look, very round face, just looks so like I want to become her friend. And with Azula, you should not want to become her friend. You should be fearing her. I don't know. I haven't heard from you guys though, like how you guys feel about Azula. But I feel like of all the new pictures that we got from the latest batch, Azula was definitely like at the bottom for me. Like she was more closer to like the original pictures that we saw for the original gang. How I was like, kind of like, this is a mixed bag. But of course, we don't know how she's going to be acting in the actual show. So, that's the thing that's most important. And that's the thing that we should care about the most is like, does she have the feeling of Azula? Which of course we can't tell yet until we get a trailer, which might be happening like in a week. Geek Week has like, the Last Airbender as like a premiere thing. They already gave us like in my opinion, a BS teaser with all the little symbols popping up in the title card. So I believe at this point, we're going to get some actual footage. We're going to get an actual teaser, probably similar to that first teaser trailer that we got with One Piece. I think we're going to get something similar to that with Avatar in terms of the scope and how much, footage we're going to get. So I think we're actually going to see a little bit of acting, maybe not from Azula, obviously, but we will probably, get to hear Aang for the first time. We'll probably get to hear Zuko, maybe some Iroh in there. Oh, here we go. Ken Pham says, I find when actors force an accent, they lose some of their acting ability. Yes, that's very valid and very true. I'm sad too about Zhang Zhang not casting. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, like someone asked me like who's my favorite minor character that I always see. I was like Zhang Zhang, but Zhang Zhang seems like he's not going to be into it. Oh yeah, I've heard that a lot. Ninja Meg. People keep saying that Azula looks like this picture of Azula looks like it's AI generated. I didn't get that feeling from it. I mean, I think we're all being so distorted by a lot of AI imagery like online that we automatically like have our
SWB audio capture
our eyes
not
like ready for like, is that AI? And I can get how you can think that because especially because of the faded background and how separated she feels from the foreground, or how separated she feels in the foreground, separated from the background. It does have that same quality that a lot of AI generated art looks like. But no, this is definitely, I don't think this is AI generated at all. She looks bad, says Jeremiah. It's really about how good her acting is, and if it is, then it's fine. Yeah, me too. Like I agree with Jeremiah. As long as her acting is fine, I don't care that she doesn't look like Azula. But some people want to get like really crazy about it. But like, no, why are we gonna be critical of it when all we know is what she looks like? It's like, well, that's all we have to go off of is what she looks like, and we don't think she looks like Azula. Okay, like we can critique that because that's all we have. Obviously, you want to reserve total judgment of, how this actress is going to portray Azula until we see, the actual acting on display. But so far, from what we know, which is the imagery, not looking great so far, So it's because of the angle. She's going to look better, I feel like. It's possible. It could be the angle, but I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty straight on angle. I think you get a pretty good sense of what she looks like. And for me, the look is just not there. The costume is great though. Oh yeah, thank you, Marjorie, for bringing that up, bringing up some positivity. And also, chat. Do you guys also believe that's Ty and May, in the Ty Lee and May in the background? Because I believe that is. But yeah, her costume I think looks really sweet. The thing that I was most interested about is that why is it that there's not a lot of red in it? Like there's red underneath, like she has like a tunic underneath, but then she has like the armor on top, but like and her sleeves are gray. So it's like, what's that all about? Like, shouldn't she be like mostly red? Like especially when we see some of the other costumes from the Fire Nation, we see a lot more red going on. Particularly with Iroh, you know, we saw Iroh with the full-on robe, full-on red robe. Like, I would think Azula, being Azula, would, you know, have a little bit more of that. It's just gonna have to be on the performance, says Lauren. Yeah, I agree. Definitely a bit iffy on Azula, says Dante. Nice look, but acting can speak on volumes. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm right there with you in terms of just hoping that her acting is super, super good. Hey, what's up, Kiki Nation? Just because she looks friendly doesn't mean she's not scary. That's true. I'm already suspicious. But I am already suspicious that, like, I don't know, like, the vibe isn't fitting already. Hey, what's up, Jenna Love? It's not her face so much as her eyes. They look soft and kind, no edge. Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe it's not the face so much as it is the eyes. But I do see a little bit, I don't know, something about the way she's like almost smiling and smirking gives me a little bit of menace, like a little bit, like not a lot. Not a lot. I'm gonna be very honest about that. But the way she's doing that smirk kind of gets me a little bit thinking that she might be all right. You know, she might be all right. I can't see her being a badass villain on looks alone. Yeah, on looks alone, no. But maybe if her acting is like super stellar, you know, like we'll forget all about that. Like, would they have Colonel Shinu, Haru, Cabbage, Cabbage Man, Zhang, and lesser side characters? Well, Cabbage Man has been officially cast. Let me see if I can find the actor for you. Hold on. Cabbage Man live action. And it's the same guy who voiced the Cabbage guy. Right here. What's his name? James Sie? Yeah, the original voice actor of the Cabbage Merchant is going to play the Cabbage Merchant, which is actually kind of cool in the story. So that's pretty cool. Yes, okay, so it's not just me, Marjorie. Yes, okay. I think right here where my cursor is hovering over, I think that's definitely May, and I think this is Ty Lee. Now, I don't know what the context of this scene is, or, you know, what they're doing, or what setting they're in, especially because these characters don't show up until book 2, so this is going to be something different that the live action adaptation is going to do for book 1. But those definitely look like May and Ty Lee in the background, for sure.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
I hope they go into background about the Fire Nation and culture, politics, history, and more. That could be possible. I mean, right now we're seeing like what I'm assuming is the Fire Nation right now is where we're at. And we might be seeing like a little bit of what they're doing back in the Fire Nation. I don't know. I have no idea how they're going to implement Azula in book 1, but they definitely seem to be trying. So she looks cute, but not mean. Yeah, I agree. Dark Paradise. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing them. Yes, someone. Yes, I agree with you. Like, I think May and Ty Lee are there. I was saying that in my original video. I was like, wait a minute, timeout. That looks, especially May in particular, like in that corner where May is, looks just like May. Looks like an emo girl. So I for sure, and if that is May, then this obviously has to be Ty Lee right next to her. Like, it just has to be. Hey, what's up, Theo? And what's up, Betty? Iron is questionable. Oh, you mean Iroh is questionable? Ooh, I don't agree on that one. I think Iroh's really, really good. I will wait to see the show to make up my mind. Oh, okay, got you. Yo, just stopping in to real quick to say, hey, I'm at a rehearsal dinner for a friend's wedding right now. Oh, see you later, Theo. Thank you for dropping in and saying what's up. And congratulations to your friends for getting married. Cabbage Man looks like a Cabbage Man. I mean, it's funny that the voice actor actually looks like the character, so that worked out pretty well, I would say. They cannot not cast the Cabbage Merchant. He's an icon, yeah, of course. Oh, it could be Agni Kai. Like, oh, that'd be a really cool introduction. Actually, I like that idea a lot, P. If our introduction to Azula is via an Agni Kai, and this is her like facing off against her opponent, or maybe facing off against like 2 or 3 opponents or something like that. Like, maybe like a general mouths off to her, but instead of like in the original show where she just like, you know, gives him eyes and says like, you know, do you think you'll survive the waters? Maybe instead she's like, I take you to an Agni Kai, and then she like demolishes him in an Agni Kai. That would be kind of cool. Ty Lee's costume does look, if that is Ty Lee, of course, her costume does look a little bit bulky, but I don't know, like it's out of focus. Usually when something is out of focus, it does usually expand the image a little bit. So I wouldn't give that too much thought about it being like bulky looking. Did we ever see Ty Lee's parents in the show or comics? I don't believe so. Just May, but not Ty Lee. Do you think we'll see any brand new avatars in the show? Probably not. I think we're only going to get like Kyoshi, Kuruk, Roku, and Yangchen. But I don't think we're going to get... I mean, to be fair, we did get to see Avatar Zito in the original show. So, but I think you mean like even newer than that. Like I think you're talking about like Avatar Goon or some of the other older ones like or Avatar 1. I don't think we're gonna be going that far back. I think the furthest we'll go back is like Avatar Zito with like the lava bending thing that he was doing. Now, Commander Zhao, they actually kept the sideburns, guys. They actually kept the sideburns. I really like his outfit. I like it a lot, and I like the detail of his hands. If you look closely at his hands, you can see that they look like they're ashen, like they've been on fire because he probably did some fire bending. I thought that was really nice detail, and I really like the way the Fire Nation looks like in the background there. Like I said it in my video that they look like little mini versions of Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you're familiar with that show, there's a guy and the villain, the main villain is called Shredder, and they look just like Shredder. Like those helmets look just like Shredder. This is Commander Zhao. What advice would you give to someone writing a story inspired by Avatar? I don't know, just identify the elements you like best about the story, and then implement that into your own story. I like Zhao as the villain. I hope they portray him well. I like him too. I mean, I'm not like super into the Zhao. I'm not like, oh man, I'm like a Zhao stan, but I'm like not against him either. So I'm really looking forward. And this guy, I forget this gentleman's name, but he's been in stuff like he's one of those actors who are like in so many things that you're like, yeah, that guy who's in stuff, but like never really
SWB audio capture,
main character.
not registered.
I think the first time I ever recognized this guy was when he was in Rush Hour. He played like the assassin character with like the blonde hair. If you guys have ever seen that old movie, which is like old now. He also was in Lost. I remember seeing him in Lost. He recently was in that movie Missing. But yeah, he's been around the block. But I'm down with Zhao's look. Like I'm super into it. Yeah, Zhao's sideburns are top notch. Durham. Did I miss anybody, by the way, who came in? Did I say hi to somebody? No, I think I got everybody who's here so far. They probably are moving some events up. As a writer myself, I'm not a professional though. I've done it before with my own story. I think it will add to this show. Yeah, I think events are definitely going to be moved around, and something's going to be shifted around for sure. Especially when we got those episode titles not too long ago. We're definitely going to get some differences for sure. I think that scene is with Zhao is the Blue Spirit. Oh yeah, this is definitely the Blue Spirit. Like this absolutely is a Blue Spirit episode for sure. Like this is like the point where he was telling the Yu Yan archers to like wait. Or he told his soldiers to wait and told the Yu Yan archers to like basically like to shoot at Zuko. This is I will be surprised if this is not the Blue Spirit episode. Like this has Blue Spirit episode vibes like all over it. He looks as good as I wonder how much fight scenes he'll be in. I mean, if it's like the show, he should be in a fair few fight scenes. He should be in at least 3 major fight scenes. So he should have the fight scene with Zuko at the beginning. So they should have their Agni Kai like in the first. Considering that they're condensing a lot of the episodes, that should technically happen in the first or second episode of the series. Then he has his little fight with Aang, which really isn't a fight. It's just Aang kind of like evading all the time. And then he has his last fight with Zuko in the north. So he should be having some fight scenes for sure. Like he definitely should be active in the show. Rush Hour goaded. Okay, so do you remember this fool from Rush Hour? He was much younger, obviously, because that was like what? God dang, like 25 years ago? Like more than that, maybe, right? Like, because Rush Hour came out, what, in 1999, 98? Oh my God, that was like 25 years ago almost. Or might be 25 years ago, actually. But yeah, he had like all blonde hair and that, and that was pretty funny. Oh no, when Ninja Meg, if you watch it again, go watch Rush Hour again. Look for in the middle of the movie. He might actually be in the beginning of the movie too. Yeah, he's in the beginning. He's one of the guys who kidnaps the Chinese president's daughter or whatever. The Chinese minister. I forget who the main character was in that. Who got his daughter stolen or kidnapped, I should say. But he's that guy. He's the guy like on the motorcycle. He has the blonde hair. He's the one that Chris Tucker when he dies. Sorry, spoiler by the way. He dies in that movie. He throws the handkerchief on him and goes like, "Hey, wipe yourself off, man. You're dead." It's that guy. Yeah, but Zhao looks good. Hey, what's up, Andrew? So I know it will be hard, but we are gonna have to accept some level of changes. I think changes should happen. Like, I don't even think that for the live action adaptation to like work. I think we need to have it be changed. And then last, we have Zuko, and we finally got confirmation that he's going to have the baldness and the ponytail. I have no. I'm the only thing that a lot of people are talking about, obviously, are like his scar or like lack of a scar. It looks more like his dad punched him in the face. Oh, I can't even like zoom in properly. Computer, why are you not letting me do? Oh, come on, let me do. There we go. Yeah, the only issue is that it looks like he got punched in the face, not burnt. I mean, there's some scar tissue there. You know, obviously you can see some disfiguration, but it's definitely not as disfigured as it is in the show. Like in the show, it's definitely a lot more cruel. He can barely open his left eye. Here, it looks like he's pretty much the same. But other than that, like everything else about Zuko,
SWB audio capture
like it.
Not registered.
Pretty good. Bald-headed Zuko for the win. Oh, is that Wiki? The Avatar Last Airbender Wiki? That's the Wiki. Or no, the podcasters. Oh, I know those guys. That's Objective Geek. Yeah, the costumes look good so far. Like all the Fire Nation costumes, they look spot on. I wonder how the dragon from the Kyoshi Island will look. The dragon from Kyoshi Island? I am not sure what you're referring to on that one. I heard the Karuk would play a big role. Yes, that is the rumor right now. Or not even so much rumor. I think it is semi-confirmed that Karuk. I mean, they cast a guy to play Karuk, and that Zhao is going to have like some sort of like side plot, side journey about like, you know, looking for some dagger that can like kill spirits and something like that. This man about to be swallowed by the sea of the other Commander Zhao, yeah. Oh, that's right. Freaking Ozai. I forgot. The best one. Okay, so the best one of the bunch, which, why is it not on this breakdown? I have no clue. Why was it not in this big breakdown? There it is. Literally. Okay, someone said this, and I might have to agree with them. I think this looks better than the actual cartoon. I think this version of Ozai looks better than the original cartoon. And I don't think that's slander. I don't think that's crazy. I want to hear what you guys think, but my God, Daniel Day Kim was born to play Ozai. Like, they need to make like a freaking mini series with just Ozai, because he's that like. By the way, the costume, the setting they have, the throne room with all the fire. I'm glad they're keeping that in the show. Awesome. The armor plating, the pauldrons on his shoulder. Awesome. The long beard they got going on, and then, you know, Ozai is supposed to be an attractive dude in the show, and they, yes, Ozai is dripping literal perfection. Of anything we've seen so far in the entire show, like of any character, Ozai, perfect, utterly perfect. I have no notes, zero notes. Like, they could not have done better. They literally could not have done better. Oh, you meant the Unagi. Okay, I was like, the dragon on Kyoshi. What are you talking? The Unagi. I would think that would still be in the show, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I do not know. To me, it looks like Ozai stepped out of the TV screen. He's such a perfect match. Yes, Jenna. Like, exactly. Hey, what's up, Zealous Gaming? What's going on? So excited for Daniel Day Kim in this role. Yeah, I am entirely excited for him to play this role. I think he's gonna kill it. And if you guys have never seen any of his roles before, again, another guy, he came from Lost. I think that's originally where I became aware of him. Lost. He was in Hawaii 5-0. He was recently in that Joyride movie. He's in a lot of stuff, but he's a very, very good actor. Very, very good. Yeah, he looks like the Phoenix King himself for sure. And it looks weird that Zuko in real life has a functioning eye on the scar side, because realistically, that eye shouldn't work if it was hit by fire. Yeah. Hey, what's up, KB, by the way? But yeah, you're totally right on that one. But yeah, the images look great, guys. Except for Azula and the Zuko scar, man, perfect. Like, utter perfection. Utter perfection. But yeah, Cabbage Man. Next thing we could talk about, I mean, there is some troubles brewing a little bit in Avatar Studio. So, I mean, what we were just discussing is something based on Netflix Avatar, which is the live action series, separate from what Avatar Studios is doing. But it sounds like Avatar Studios has been hit with a bunch of layoffs, which is troubling to hear. Hopefully that just means it affects some of the other side content that they were doing. Like, I remember at one point they were talking about
SWB audio capture not registered
at one point, and some other like offshoot stuff, and, you know, side content. I don't think this affects the movie. I think the Avatar Aang adult movie, I think is completely fine. But yeah, there's been stories on like Twitter and some articles, things like that, talking about how Avatar Studios isn't doing so well in terms of like, laying off a lot of people. But also, I want to say, not to like sound like super like, oh my god, they're like doom and gloom. There is a point in that when the writer's strike ended just recently, like last month, a lot of people got laid off because the studios are kind of like basically rebudgeting, figuring out what they're actually going to be going forward with and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just an Avatar Studios only thing; it's a industry wide thing. So it is happening across the entire industry. All these layoffs and such like that. It's just that Avatar Studios is also being affected by it as well. Now we don't know to what extent. Like I said, like I hope it doesn't affect the Avatar movie that we're getting in 2025, and hopefully we still get the movie in 2025. But again, we don't have confirmation yet, so we have no way of knowing, what's going on with that. So when are we going to be seeing the first episodes? Right now, the rumor is that Netflix can drop the episodes as soon as January. I'm more likely to think February or March of 2024. But not much longer. Like we're literally, I would say we're less than half a year away from seeing the first episodes of the Netflix Avatar, for sure. Yes, exactly, Dante. Thank you for bringing that up. This being in conjunction with the actor strike as well, it's really going to hurt a lot of the studios and a lot of the productions that are underway right now. So that's just the nature of it because of the strikes,
SWB audio capture not registered.
I would say don't be surprised if the Gang movie is delayed by a year. So KB, I didn't really want to say that because I didn't want to jinx it, but I don't think you're wrong. I think, especially with it being already late 2025, I think it could get pushed to like early 2025. I'm sorry, early 2026, possibly. I don't want that to be the case, but I think it's possible that we're gonna get hit with the delay on that one. Wait, Ozai looks like a young Zhang. Nah, he looks like Ozai. I want a Roku novel instead of Yang Chen. Oh, funny you say that. Let's transition into that part because, guys, we are getting a new novel, and it is going to be about Roku. So let's read about the little description they have right here. So from National Book Award finalist Randy Rebay, which by the way, I actually DM'd him on Instagram. And he says he's open to doing an interview. So sometime next year, probably around the time that the book is about to come out, I will be doing an interview with him. So I'll probably ask you guys for like questions like what do you guys want to ask the author and stuff like that. And then I'll put that on this channel so you can figure out who this. And I also want to read his book too, because apparently he's an award-winning author who I'd never heard of before until this point. So I want to read his book as well. But anyway. Comes a gripping new chapter starring Avatar Roku in the New York Times bestselling chronicles of the Avatar series set in the world of Avatar: Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. Oh, and by the way, I'm glad they did that because usually when they do promotion stuff like that, they usually just say set in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender and then don't mention Legend of Korra at all. Very happy that they mentioned both. So, a young Avatar Roku has just commenced his training at the Southern Air Temple when his erstwhile friend Prince Sozin requests his aid in preventing the Earth Kingdom from claiming a remote Fire Nation island. This is interesting too because I think all this stuff really overlaps with the role-playing game. So if you guys are familiar with the lore that came out about that, a lot of new information came out about Roku.
Capture not registered.
And I did a few videos about that, how it's kind of like a low-key Cold War going on during Roku's time, and a lot of people like vying for land, and there's like not wars necessarily, but there's like a lot of tension between the nations. So it seemed like this is still, that theme is playing into this novel as well. So despite his inexperience, Avatar Roku slips away with the help of an irritating young airbender Gyatso. And I think that's interesting they call him irritating, which I think makes sense because if you really think about it, Aang, the character, and Gyatso are always doing like those practical jokes, and they seem like they could be annoying to certain individuals. Now, I think Aang doesn't come off as annoying because it's a kid's show when we first see him, and that's kind of like the expected behavior. But if you think about it in the grand scheme of like, you're trying to stop the Earth Kingdom from claiming a remote Fire Nation, and you have like this Aang-like character, because Gyatso is very similar to Aang and being very goofy, it would come off kind of annoying, especially if you're trying to be like, self-serious about the situation. As the reluctant companions delve deeper into their wayward mission, they begin to realize that even greater threats lie ahead. Plagued by self-doubt but eager to prove himself, Roku fights for his life and the lives of others while ensuring that the hidden secret of the island doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Now, I have no idea what the hidden secret might be. I can't even. There's so many things they can do with Avatar still. Like, even though I feel like a lot of the lore has been explained and then we've dived deep into a lot of lore, there's still a lot that you could add on to it. So like whatever this hidden secret could be, could literally be anything. Like, I don't even think it's going to be something that we necessarily are privy to already. This searing fifth installment in the Chronicles of the Avatar series explores the beginning of Roku's journey from privileged Fire Nation noble to the powerful but indecisive Avatar whose hesitancy may ultimately pave the way for the 100-Year War. So yes, we are getting a new Roku novel. So good transition. Whoever was mentioning like I want a Roku novel. Well, there you have it. It's here. It's coming. Kind of a shame because it would come out 20 years after the show. As long as the Avatar doesn't get eaten up by Disney, I'm happy. Oh yeah, no, we don't want Disney to touch Avatar. Please no. Truthful, I just want seasons 4, 5, 6, and 7 and beyond. I'm so tired of the live actions. Wait, do you mean? Oh, you mean Last Airbender? You want seasons 4, 5, 6? Well, you're kind of getting that. Well, I mean, those already basically exist in the comics, I would say. So if you haven't read the comics, The Promise, The Search, North and South, Imbalance, The Rift, those all are the continuation, like the official canon continuation of the story. And we're going to get a continuation of that with the adult Aang movie, which is going to take place, I assume, in like the early building of Republic City. I know this isn't about this, but have you played 4 Sessions? It's a fan Avatar game. No, I have not. Super excited for book 5. Speaking of novels, I hope I'm making you proud that I'm finally listening to Rise of Kyoshi. Thank you, dude. It's such a good book. Like, I actually might want to reread it. Maybe not this year. Maybe next year. I'll reread it. But it's in particular, Shadow of Kyoshi, I think, is a very heartbreaking book, and I think there's a tragedy in there that I think is for two major characters. That really moved me every time I read through those passages. Like, I have like a cathartic experience of anger like with that character. Avatar fans are neglecting The Legend of Korra. Honestly, they are, but I am seeing it gain more respect, especially after it came out again in 2020 on Netflix, because it didn't have the same baggage of people like, you know, waiting years and years of speculating what the next Avatar thing will be. People just went straight from The Last Airbender on Netflix and then went straight to The Legend of Korra and aren't like hating on it like they were before. It's more of a case of people being more like, oh yeah, I don't prefer it to The Last Airbender, but it's not a bad show at all. Because yeah, there's a lot of really, really good stuff in The Legend of Korra, in my opinion. Now, I would like a older Avatar novel, though. The Avatars being 16 is kind of repetitive. I completely agree. It's the same thing that I mentioned in my video. When I announced that they're doing the new Roku novel, I was hoping that it would be older Roku. Like, I'm tired of it just being 16-year-old, 14, 15, 16-year-old characters that we're seeing. Like we can see them, when they're older too. Like I don't like the idea that young adult novels have to have protagonists who are also young adults. Like, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, I think. I think you can have varying ages in that age group. I know it's crazy they remade Dora. If Dora is getting changed, Avatar: The Last Airbender might not be safe from Disney. Wait, what? Oh, you mean like Disney bought Dora? Isn't Dora Nickelodeon? Or am I mistaken? Is Dora Disney? I read them. I want to see them animated. Oh, you've read the comics. You want to see them animated. I got you. I don't think they're going to be doing that because the creators have specifically said that the new material will not be based on any pre-existing novels or comics. It's going to be an entirely new story. The Legend of Korra comics fleshed out the world. That is true, I would say. But I also don't like the Legend of Korra comics that much. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't think the comics are that great for Legend of Korra. I'm okay with the Last Airbender comics. Like, they're not great, but they're not, like, super great to me. Not going to lie, I just listened to the same audiobooks on repeat. Might have to fit the Kyoshi novels in the cycle. Same with me, Ethan. If I find a book I like, I prefer rereading good books than finding new ones, because it takes a long time for me to find a book that I like actually thoroughly enjoy. One that I recently, and this has nothing to do with Avatar, obviously, but the Will Smith memoir was way more well written than I was expecting it to be. I thought it was just gonna be a bunch of like information, but it's actually like it tells like an actual story. Because I could tell he got, hey, someone just followed me or something like that. Hold on, I just saw a notification, heard some notification. I don't know what it's at. I think it's gonna show up in a second. But thank you if that was like a follow or a donation or something like that. I heard the little sound effect, but I don't know what it was for.
SWB audio capture,
sorry,
not
on my actual
registered.
thing where I should be. Now I'm going to rewatch your Avatar Roku RPG lore video. Yeah, it'll help a lot because then you'll be able to remember, like, the stuff that's happening, in this time period. It hits different when you see your favorite characters grow into adults. I feel a disconnect because we went from Airbender to Korra. Don't mind reading, but still. For real, gives us some grandpa Avatar. Yeah, give us some. I mean, I would not have mind seeing an older Avatar. And if you want to put in like the kid version, then have him have like a kid mentor. Okay, there was another notification. What was that for? Oh, I see why it's not showing up. It's because my window capture is incorrect. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. It's because I had my window capture on top of all my other stuff. Oh, and my alert box is low too. Okay, hold on. Let me So I'm not sure what those notifications were, but thank you for whoever gave me those notifications. I'm so sorry that I didn't see it. It's because I haven't live streamed in a while, so I didn't have all my stuff set up properly. Yes, yeah, Will Smith himself narrates the book, and it's I cannot recommend it enough, guys. It's really good. Like you, not even if you care about Will Smith necessarily, but just if you want a really cool, like, just journey in a story, it's really good. Like, it was literally my favorite book of that year, which I think it came out in 2021 or something like that. That's another book that I have. Like, I think, was that Ethan who said that you put books in rotation? I'm the same way. My rotation is always like Ender's Game, the Harry Potter series is always in my rotation. The Giver is in my rotation. The Hatchet, Animorphs. I'm trying to think of some other books that I will reread over and over. The Will Smith book now is one of those books that are in rotation, but I prefer rereading books that I know that I'll enjoy. Oh, the Kyoshi novels are in my rotation as well. Yeah, Kufira did have the worst Avatar comic ever. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was not great. Hey, what's going on? SSJ, haven't seen it in a bit. What's going on, man?
Not registered.
Yeah, I wanted to see maybe not necessarily like old Roku, but maybe like a middle-aged or 28-year-old Roku, like not a 16-year-old. Like, come on, like we can go beyond 16-year-olds or like early 20s, All right, and then last piece of news that we have is that because I'm trying to wrap it up soon, like I said before, guys, I'm trying to go to maybe not the last piece of news, but guys, just avoid this game at all costs. So Avatar: The Last Airbender Quest for Balance, you guys might have seen that I put up a game movie for it up. It is hot garbage, and I am so sad about that because I don't understand how no video game company has picked up the Avatar IP. I don't know if it's really expensive, Nickelodeon doesn't want to spend money on it or what, but they should do the same thing that Star Wars did, because Star Wars sold the video game rights to EA for, I think, a 5-year period, and that's when they made Jedi Fallen Order, they made Battlefront, they made the Squadron game. Nickelodeon, if you don't want to produce it yourself, just shell it out to an EA or a Sucker Punch or somebody to just make the game for you, because it seems so easy to make Avatar into a video game. And I'm gonna make a video about this at some point. I'm just really busy right now, but I do want to make a video game video about Avatar and how an Avatar video game should be, and how it can learn from some other video games, what it can take from other video games, and what time period it can take place in, and all that kind of stuff. But this latest game that came out, guys, the Quest for Balance, just avoid it. It cost $50 for a game that should have been $10 or $15, honestly. It is so bad. So bad. Or you can get off my lawn, Roku. Oh yeah, Neil Gaiman. I haven't found a Neil Gaiman book yet that I have enjoyed enough where I'll reread it. I've read American Gods. I've read the Anansi one, the second one. I've read Coraline. I've read Norse mythology, but I haven't really found. I enjoy Neil Gaiman fine enough, but I haven't found a book that I'm I want to go back and read that over and over again. I haven't found that yet. I haven't read Sandman yet, but I hear that's a graphic novel, not a novel. So I'm not sure how I would do that one, but I do like the show Sandman, the one that came out on Netflix. But yeah, I haven't found a book of Neil Gaiman's that I absolutely adore and absolutely love. I would love to see a standalone show or comic super gritty of an earthbender on the run and doing what they have to do to survive. That would be cool. I mean, I actually would love to see more stories and comics or whatever about like regular benders. Like, I feel like we always keep going back to that well of Avatar, and obviously that's the series name, right? It's Avatar Legends. But I would prefer it if we did see like, regular benders, like as a series, not just like as a one-off comic or something like that. I want an Avatar game that can be something like the Marvel Spider-Man games. Yes, like they can do that. Like, I don't understand why it would make them so much money. Look at what Hogwarts Legacy just did. It just did so much money. Hogwarts Legacy did so well that WB right now is like, hey, how can we reboot this series? How can we, let's make this a TV series on HBO Max, Like, that's how well that game did. Like, that game did bonkers money because they actually spent their time and did a really good job with it. If they do the same thing for Avatar, they would freaking kill it. Like, if they made a Ghost of Tsushima Spider-Man, hybrid game, man, those things would sell like crazy. I agree, Jeremiah. I want an RPG Avatar game as well. I want us to be able to build our own Avatar. Okay, I'm not going to spoil the video that I want to make, but that is part of the thing that I want to do. All right, so the last piece of news, the actual last piece of news, is that we have this is like low res. We have the official announcement of the new Mako comic,
SWB audio
which is
capture,
like, okay,
not
like, I don't really care
registered.
for Mako. I know there's some people who are like, Mako stands and all kind of stuff. I'm not one of those, but it's cool. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about it. Like, are you guys like super like into Mako? Is that a character you want to know more about? I personally thought that he should have died at the end of the series when he was sacrificing himself at the end there, but meh. I guess I feel about this comic just meh is how I feel. Although I am kind of intrigued about how the cover here shows the burning of his childhood picture. So I don't know if it's the theme of the comic going to be about like burning away the past or what. I'm not quite sure. Okay, there we go. Marjorie's a Mako stand, so there you go. Someone's happy about it. Yeah, Avatar needs to be like a Hogwarts Legacy / Ghost of Tsushima hybrid. Duram, you're exactly correct. If they do that, they're selling all the games. They're selling all the games. What are your thoughts on the Percy Jackson books, Antoine? That's another one I couldn't really get into. I never really could get into Percy Jackson. I read the first two, and then I just didn't continue after that one. Hey Omari, what's going on? I would rather it's take until 2025 or 2026 for the game to come out to have some cheap low budget game that costs $50. Oh yeah. I would rather it takes. Oh, like you would rather they take time, like put out a game even if it's in 2025 or 2026, like way in the future, rather than put out like Quest for Balance, which was atrocious. Such a terrible game. Terrible game. Ooh, that would be cool too, KB. A Star Wars Visions type show for Avatar where you can just do little anthologies. I actually have said that in the past. I think maybe like 2 years ago when we got the idea of Avatar Studios. I was like, that would be really great if we got like an anthology of different avatars. Because there's so many avatars, right? There's like, in my calculation, there's at least like 80 to 100 avatars, like in the 10,000 years between the harmonic convergences. And if you wanted to, you could do an anthology of like, you could quickly, knock out like,
SWB audio
Avatar
capture,
7, 8,
not
9.
registered.
You could do those in like an anthology series, and that'd be really cool. I think that would be really cool. I agree. The main character novels don't really work for me. Toph Katara, I was disappointed. Yeah, I didn't really like the Toph and Katara comics. They're very forget. Like, you read it and then you forget it, like, immediately, right? And what's going on, Kuvira and Kaylee Cullen? I'm personally looking forward to this story. It looks like it will delve into the brothers' family backstory and uncover more about their past. And that'd be kind of cool. That's true, because we do hear about their backstory, how they became orphans and stuff like that, and how they had to survive. We did get a little bit. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but there used to be an online webisode called Republic City Hustle, where you got to see a little bit of their backstory when they were like, orphans in Republic City, and how they got brought up by that pro bender guy. I forget his name. The Earthbender guy, the one that Korra runs into in the first episode when she goes to the pro bending arena. That one's kind of interesting. But yeah, you could do some more with that. You could do a little bit more, backstory stuff. But again, I'm just really meh on Mako as a character, like overall. So yeah. If they do make the Avatar live action become almost like a Star Wars Visions type of show, then it could work. I don't think the live action is going to be doing that. I don't think the live action is going to be like a Visions show. I think we were talking about an animated Visions show, or like an Animatrix, or like a Love, Death, and Robots sort of thing for Avatar would work really well. Or at least I think so. No. Toph and Katara do not have novels. They have graphic novels, not prose novels. Just graphic novels. Republic City is so fascinating to me. I want to see the gangs and wealth disparity. Also, I want to see more of Lightning Bolt Zolt. Oh yeah, that's true. We didn't really get a lot about Lightning Bolt Zolt outside of like that him getting his bending ticket away in book 1. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. The Avatar game, but created your own character with the story and the ending are different. Yep. Jeremiah, oh stop it! You're spoiling the video that I'm gonna make about the Avatar video game.
Audio capture,
but Jeremiah, I think we're on the same wavelength, bro. I think we're on the same wavelength. Hey, what's going on, Mari? Ooh, I imagine that they do a show of 3 different avatars and they kind of go back and forth between their stories and show how decisions they make impact the future and then the far future. Ooh, Andrew. That sounds awesome. Stop getting me excited for hypothetical shows that might never come out. Avatar fans have been talking so much about live action casting, but I wonder what casting for animated movies and shows would be like in the Gang movie. That is very true because they did say that they're not going to be using a lot of the original characters, which I think is a bad decision. But yeah, I wonder what that's going to be. I'd say if you read past the Battle of the Labyrinth, or The Last Olympian, you might enjoy the type of story it was going for, I guess. I mean, if I don't like the first 2 stories, and people do that all the time, especially with anime. They'll be like, oh, dude, just watch the first 50 episodes. Watch the first 100 episodes. It gets good after that. Like, when someone tells you that, even for a book series, like, just wait until book 3. Wait until book 4. I'm like, isn't it like a 5-book series? Yeah. But it gets really good at that point. I'm like, sorry, I'm not going to read, several books. If I don't enjoy the first 2, I don't think I'm going to continue enjoying the rest of the series. Do you think people can be better at side bending than regular bending? You mean like sub bendings, like metal bending? I think stuff like that, like metal bending, lava bending, lightning bending. I mean, it depends. Like blood bending, the lore says that you have to be a master waterbender to even be able to do that, which makes sense, I think. But certain bendings, like lava versus metal, it felt like they went more the route of it just being a different ability rather than it being a powerful ability. I personally think it should have been a more powerful ability. For example, in my head canon, I think this is how it should work. Earthbending is the basis, and if you have a lot of raw power, like a lot of raw, untamed power, then you go the route of lava
SWB
bending.
audio
And
capture,
if you are the other
not
side of
registered.
that coin, if you are really about precision, then you should do metal bending. But I don't like the idea that you just kind of it feels kind of arbitrary. Like if you're a lava bender or like a metal bender, it's just kind of like, people are different, and that's the reason, kind of a thing. Do you know anything on Kuvira's whole backstory? You get a whole lot more about it. Like she basically was given up by her parents. Her parents basically were like, she is a problem child. We don't want her. And then basically Su Yin took her in. You can read all about it in her comic. It's called, oh my God, what is the name of her comic again? Hold on, Kuvira comic. It's not Kuvira Alone. Is it Kuvira Alone? It's not Kuvira Alone. I think the original episode was supposed to be called Kuvira Alone. Ruins of the Empire. It's called Ruins of the Empire. So yeah, if you want to read up on that, you can. But I think that's it for all the news, guys. Sorry I made it short today. Usually I like to spend this time to talk to you guys and just do open discussion. But the World Series is playing right now, so I want to watch that right now. You know what? Because you guys are here and this is special because you guys are on the stream, I want to give you guys a little peek at something. How can I show you guys this without it breaking my computer? So the next video, or maybe not the next video, but Aman versus Katara is coming out very soon. So look out for that. I am trying to have that get done relatively soon. Here is the thumbnail for it. Some of you guys, people who are on my Discord, have seen it, but those of you who are not on my Discord have not. By the way, you know what? I'm feeling kind of generous today. If you guys want to join my Discord, because you guys went through the entire live stream with me, and you guys are cool people, I'm going to give you guys some links to my Discord here. So go ahead and join in. We talk about, cool stuff and all that kind of stuff. But this is the thumbnail for Aman versus
SWB audio
the
capture,
blood bending matchup.
not registered.
But I'm very excited for the next one that I'm going to be doing, which is going to be, drum roll please. Oh no, it's not working. Why is it not working? Uh-oh. The other one was working fine. Aw, it's not working. Why is it not working? The Aman Katara one worked fine. Why isn't this one working? Boo. Hold on. Oh, no. Now it's working. Now it's working. And right after I get done with Aman versus Katara, I'm going to be doing this one. So as some of you know, I did do this video on my YouTube channel years ago, but it got taken down because of copyright. I think I used like a Kuvira clip for too long. Like I think I used it for like 12 seconds instead of using it for 10 seconds. And then they were like, get it off of YouTube. And I try to like appeal it and be like, hey guys, no, like it's fair use. I'm giving commentary. It's transformative. And they're like, no, we don't care. And so I can never get it back on YouTube. I think it's still like available in like some countries, but like it's not available in the US where most of my viewers are from. So I am going to update it. I mean, I'm already in the process of updating some of my older verses, but this one in particular, I think is going to be really fun to do because I feel like this is like one of the closest matchups in all of like any kind of like Avatar matchups you can do. I think Kuvira and Azula are like the queens of precision, where you have like, Azula with her lightning and then you have Kuvira with her metal. I think they're both extremely skilled. And I think it's just a really good matchup. So yes, these are the new thumbnails that I'm using now. I actually hired an artist to do these thumbnails, which I think will help to hopefully with the click rate, with people on YouTube. It'd be like, whoa, that's like a new image or whatever. Yes, these are commissions that I did from an artist online, Instagram artist, and he did such a wonderful. Like this one is badass,
not registered.
Guys. Let me just see. Let me get out of the way so you guys can see it. But god damn, this is badass. Like, look at what he did with Azula, and you see her fingers. I'm probably still in the way. Hold on. Let me get out the way fully. Hold on. So you can see this in all its glory. Oh yeah, and happy Halloween, everybody. But you can see her you can see her fingers here, like doing her lightning stuff. I love the way that he drew Kuvira, where she's got the sword going on. He's really good with poses too. Like that looks like straight out of a comic book. Like the way that Kuvira has her hands out, and her knee coming up. Like this guy could literally work for Avatar Studios. I feel like I think he could submit some of this stuff and be like, hey guys, here's my portfolio, or whatever. Super talented artist. And I like the way he has the ring of the metal going around Kuvira and the earth behind Kuvira. I think it's really beautiful. Like I think both those thumbnails he did were really great. Ooh, SSJ, what's this special thing? Can't wait. I'm an Aman fan. Oof. All right, this is awesome. I hope Katara wins. Oh my god, I want Aman to get a comic now. Discord links, nice. Aman Yakona are so interesting to me. My favorite girl, Kuvira versus Azula. Yes. Have a good night, everybody. You are 100% right. They are the queens of precision. Yeah, absolutely. Are these going to be animation? No, not animations. I could not afford that. It costs enough just to get this thumbnail done. It would be very costly to do in an animation. I don't have that kind of budget anymore. There was a time though. I remember in 2020 there was a time where I could afford stuff like that, but no. Anyway, see you guys later. Thank you for joining me and talking about news. Hopefully we continue having news, which we should, because we're gonna have the trailer coming out next month, or everybody's assuming we're gonna have a trailer coming out next month. So I'll see you guys in November. We'll talk about all that stuff. I'm probably not going to be done with this versus matchup yet until a little bit later.
SWB audio capture,
but
not registered.
Aman versus Katara should be out this coming week. Like I'm really hoping, like, as long as my schedule stays on track, it should be coming out next week. This one's probably not coming out for like another month, is what I would say. Maybe like around December, like is more likely the case for this one. But yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you guys have a really good Halloween this year. See you guys later. Peace out. See you, Marjorie. Bye, Ninja, Kuvira, and Kaylee Cullen. Bye. Amari, Dante, SSJ, Benny. Good night. Yes, I am also rooting for the Rangers too, Benny. Yeah, go Rangers. Go Rangers. Andrew Lopez. See you later. Haley. Bye. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody else? I don't think I missed anybody else. KB. See you later. P, I think P left though, but see you later. Lauren, see you later. Ninja, Jenna, Ken, Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah, thank you for all the comments you gave today too. See you later, guys. Bye. Peace. Much love to you.
SWV audio capture, not registered.